Wayzata High School for the Section 6AA Girls Soccer Championship. It's a rematch of last year, and the top two seeds meeting. Number 2 seed, the Washburn Millers, taking on the top seed, the Wayzata Trojans. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Lagery. And Sig, last year they played a thriller. Washburn had the lead until the final minute of regulation. Wayzata not only tied it up and ended up winning in overtime, and we expect a pretty close matchup this year as well.
Well, that make it twice as much fun then, because obviously these two teams know each other very well. They're playing from last year. Washburn with a better record overall, 15-1-1. Wayzata with a 13-2-1 or 13-2. But if you look at the record, Wayzata feels that they played a stronger conference, played some highly ranked teams twice in a year. Washburn hasn't really done that yet in their schedule, but they're still a good team. They're very skilled, have a lot of active players, good team balance. So it's going to be a battle to the end.
And Washburn a couple years back was in Class A and got to the championship game, and as we said, runner-up in the section last year. And Tony Pesnicker, the Wayzata coach, was excited to play them because he feels the skill level of both these teams is comparable, and you're going to see a lot of good athletes. Yep. And you're going to see clean soccer. You're going to see not one team knowing that they have to play physical to stay with the other. They're both going to come back and forth with good skill at each other.
Exactly. And what I've seen was that in the last 10 years is a change in the way they play, being a lot more aggressive, getting in there, fighting for the 50-50 ball, taking the ball away, and use their skill. So it's going to be a great game in that sense, because you're right. Both teams have great skills. Both teams like to play quickly. They don't want to just kick the ball out of bounds for the sake of stopping the clock. They want to keep going. And that's what makes for an exciting match.
Miller's advancing with a semifinal win, 2-1 over a pretty good Hopkins team. Wayzata started a little bit slow. They were a little nervous, but ended up beating Cretin-Durham Hall by a 3-0 score. And you know when you get to this point that you got to come with your A game, and that's what both coaches have been talking about. We have to play our game, but we have to be sharp. Every moment of the game counts. Any point in this game, a goal could happen, so you have to be ready at all times. And that's what you like, though, is to play against other teams like that.
Absolutely. You have to play your A game. Obviously, you cannot afford to make a defensive mistake, because that could really hurt you a lot.
All right, the championship on the line. The winner goes to the state tournament. It's the Minneapolis Washburn Millers and the Wayzata Trojans coming your way next year on 12 Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back here to Wayzata. A nice crowd on hand, and we're hoping a lot of people are staying from the boys' game since it's the same two schools matched up, and kind of a nice treat, I think, for the players on both of these teams to be able to play in front of a good-sized crowd like that. And you can definitely hear it when you score a goal and make a good play. There's definitely a lot of excitement from both of these schools here to try and get into that state tournament.
Absolutely makes it more exciting. See the Wayzata team in white after their introduction. They're going to huddle up with the coach, and then we'll start the action.
Added incentive this year a little bit too for all these teams that U.S. Bank Stadium now in play for the championship rounds for state tournaments. So obviously it'd be a pretty big opportunity for anybody that is able to advance that far and get into that brand new stadium. I mean, there'll only be one first time there too for the state tournament. So obviously want to be part of that.
Absolutely. That'll be something exciting to play inside that building.
Good weather for tonight too, which obviously you get to mid-October, you get to a section final or those outdoor state games, you're not exactly assured of that, and nice to see that this evening. Shouldn't have any precipitation, but probably even more so at this time of the year, wind can be an issue, and that should not be a problem tonight.
No, if you look down at the flag on the field, no flag is flying at all. It's just like not even a breeze down there, so that won't be a factor at all. As you can look at Tony Pesnecker, head coach of the Trojans. His 27th year.
And obviously a ton of success in his years. And he said, you know, it's gotten harder to make it to the state tournament than it was earlier in his career. There's just more parity, more teams have gotten strong. And, you know, so it isn't, there was quite some time where it seemed automatic that they were going to be in, but obviously that's not necessarily the case anymore. There's a look at one of the co-coaches for Washburn, Cheryl Peterson, and Ruben Nadelli, her co-head coach there to the right, and they've been working together for 9 years with this program. So I think there's no doubt that Washburn wanted this matchup again after losing such a tough one in the section final last year.
Well, then again, maybe it'll give them some extra incentive to play harder, because they played well. And as you said, they did very, very well in that game until the very end. But
Wayzata starts with possession, and we are underway here. Drop the pass back to Megan Maleka. They try to attack up the right side. Maleka getting over to it here for the Trojans, but it will get out of play, and we get a throw now for Washburn. They interchange up that left side, but well read there and intercepted. Ball played long but broken up. The second try there, Emily Dillon mishit it a little bit. Racing over to play that one was Nikki Ryan for Washburn, and then boomed right back into the Millers' end. Nice takeaway there for Wayzata by Lily Gilbertson, but then in turn had it taken right back. See, neither team, the ball's not going to stay on anyone's foot for very long here this evening. Going quick with it, and this ball is going to roll all the way back in. McKenna Stoner, the sophomore, in goal here for Wayzata. Ball bounding away here. Race for it, and Austin Kimbrough trying to track it down there for the Millers. Get a throw instead, though, for Dillon and the Trojans. Dillon getting that throw in to Morgan Turner, one of the Wayzata captains, and have an early opportunity with a corner coming for Wayzata. Addison Clark lining it up here for Wayzata. They try and get a threat here early on, a couple minutes into the contest. Right out front, the header and another try. It headed away from danger, though. I think it was Hannah Heineman who got a piece of that one, perhaps for Washburn. Now it's going to bounce over to Clark here on the Trojans' left side. Stepping up and meeting her aggressively there was Kimbrough. And then a nice job to take that ball back by Hannah Hyde. Pass drop back, and Hyde will serve one in. Here's a header out to the front. Turner with the left foot. Oh, and just deflects over the top. Taylor Couture making a huge save right there for Washburn early to keep Wayzata off the board. It will be a corner kick, but Couture just gets her fingers on this one. You see the nice header that sets it up, and Turner just a one-touch left-footed volley. Boy, that one was headed in if Couture wasn't ready.
That was going to go in. Here's an opportunity for the Trojans again.
And a strong header again. It was Heineman getting up for first touch on that one, but it will be another corner kick coming for Wayzata, this time from the other side, as Clark will make her way across the field. So Wayzata getting a very good chance early on, but Couture was ready for it. It comes out front. That one headed away. Boy, there's another opportunity, and a redirect will go just wide as Turner out there. Kind of Heineman's been busy back there already on getting up in the air on these corners defensively for the Millers. Here's Nikki Ryan getting set to put it back in play here on the goal kick for Washburn. So they've had to fight off some chances early, and obviously the one great one from Turner that I would venture to say a lot of keepers may not have stopped, but Couture is ready.
And the other one that I thought was pretty good was Turner's redirect.
Nice move by Sydney Remark there for Wayzata, and finds herself with some space as she sends it ahead. Glanced off of Dillon. And a nice ball up the side as Washburn able to get it out of harm's way, but then Alexis Hayden coming over trying to get it back. It will be a throw for Wayzata.
Smart move there. Let the ball go over the touch line and get the throw in.
Hyde throwing it in. Header by Turner went straight up in the air. They volley it back and forth. Tried to lift it to the outside to get Emily Dillon a little room, but instead it goes out of play. A throw for Kimbrell. Getting it in there to Marley Ryasic, one of the top scorers for Washburn, the sophomore, but play whistle down, and it will be Wayzata's throw. Coming back to meet it, Caitlin Villers now sending it up that right side as Ryasic giving chase. And they'll have to play it out, and it's going to be a corner for Washburn. So there's a couple of their top players, Villers and Ryasic, helping to create something right there. And now Lydia Rupert will take the corner kick here for the Millers. So they look to get an early threat after Wayzata had a few corners there going on their offensive end. Tries to go high to the top of the box, mostly white jerseys there, then served back in, but boomed out. And Washburn will have to chase it down. Gabby Keene giving chase there. And jabbed away by Grace Colpeen, one of the captains for Wayzata. It will be a throw, though, for the Millers. There's a look at Colpeen, who got her foot in there to break that one up. Miller's looking to switch fields. It's going to be a long run, but Rupert will get there and looking for a little space to get across away, and out front it comes, but Stoner wins the race to that one as they had Villers heading toward the net there, but Stoner sure-handed, able to make that catch. And there again, we talked about, boy, when you're a keeper, when the weather's decent like this, it's sure a lot better than if you're looking at a rainy or windy night.
Sure is. Marley trying again to get down there.
Going to be a throw this time as it just barely hit that flag there, and there'll be a throw for the Millers way down in the corner. So after Wayzata had its little flurry of activity on the offensive end, now it's Washburn's turn as they come back in a couple of corners. Austin Kimbrell will come up to take this throw.
It's a classic back and forth match for the championship.
Another throw coming now for Washburn as Kimbrell will play it down to the corner. Rupert volleying it to herself and then lifts a high cross. Stoner couldn't get it, but goes all the way over everyone, and Clark will drive it upfield here for Wayzata. And out of play. And Coach Pesnicker was talking about for Washburn, not only skilled players, but an athletic team. I mean, a team that can run, that has some speed. And there's a look at Stoner, who gotten tested a little bit early on here. And that one will roll out of play, a goal kick upcoming for Washburn. And there's Katu, who will be headed to Minnesota State Mankato to play. And you get those early jitters out of the way by having to make a big save like that. And sometimes it's a bad thing if you get too long without being involved, and that wasn't the case for her.
Absolutely. The keeper wants to get involved right away.
Clark knocking it down to keep the offense alive here for Wayzata. Good hustle by Kimbrell, but then the ball taken. Collision there as play goes on. It'll be out of play off of Kimbrell, so a throw here for Wayzata.
Trying to get the ball back in quickly.
Marissa Kalkar now headed out front, but blue jerseys there. Hit a little bit though by Heidemann as she had a chance to get that ball out. I think we had a handball here perhaps, or is it an offside?
It was I think it had to be a foul.
There's a look at Ruben Nadelli. Nikki Ryan, that is, will boot it ahead. We got Tess Ryan as well. Turner trying to turn and go here. Gabby Keene defending her now. Nice ball. Clark trying to survey the scene as she waits for it to come down. Trying to force her left. Clark turns, gets a cross away, but well read, and the header still not out of danger though. Nice move to step through, but then an equally fine play defensively there. Charlotte Devon denying that attempt. Wayzata, though, keeps on coming. Gilbertson had it knocked away and sent out of there, and the race is on way across field here. And it will be a throw coming for Wayzata. Colpine will trigger it back in for the Trojans. No score on the board. The Section 6 AA championship on the line. Same schools met in the boys final with Wayzata winning it to advance to state.
And the girls program trying to follow suit. Right now they got their hands full with the Millers.
Rupert sending one long, and Villers giving chase, but Stoner gets there first. And we will get a push call there against Wayzata's Clark. So a free kick for Washburn. Nikki Ryan getting her team lined up as she gets set to put her foot to it here for the Millers. Drives it deep. Stoner coming out, and it will bounce away. It's going to be a corner kick for Washburn. Stoner kind of came to a stop there. She was about to run into someone, but did knock it out of there anyway.
So the Millers with another opportunity for a set play.
Rupert lines things up on the corner kick. Here's a header, and that one will go wide. Got it where they wanted to. Got up, and Charlotte Devon getting a strong header, but just not able to direct it quite on goal.
Yeah, nice corner, out a little bit, but right where you want it.
You always kind of hold your breath when you're the defensive team there, and somebody gets such a clean, opportunity at a header like that. But
you try to avoid that.
Like you said, though, she was a ways out too. It wasn't, going to be a gimme goal by any means, even if she had struck it well. But foul call there against the Trojans, so get a free kick again here for Washburn, as they have had somewhat of the better play of late here. Has kind of been back and forth. Wayzata had some chances early. Here's a long free kick, and those are ones that you hesitate on a little bit as Clark. You don't want to make sure you don't knock it in your own net, but she did a solid job of controlling that ball.
That time Wayzata sending everybody back on defense. There were no forwards.
Hyde with the throw in here for the Trojans. Dillon sending it up the line here, and
Turner
look at that. Turner able to get by.
She's got one trailer. She can get the ball to the center.
Oh, and tried to get it to her, but Kalkar couldn't quite catch up to it. Now across from the other side. Here's the shot, and a great stop by Katu there. It looked like maybe it was going to head wide there anyway, but you can't take a chance. And she gets the thumbs up there from Nikki Ryan as you see Gilbertson with the follow-up. And that shot, yeah, very close.
When in doubt, grab the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Turner really took advantage. Washburn, you talked about earlier about being smart to let the ball go over the touchline, and Turner read that they were going to do that there and got to it first. And even though the first cross, didn't connect, there was still danger on that opportunity.
Absolutely, that was a good setup pass from Turner trying to get the cross.
Off the hip there of Villers. Now here comes Turner back the other way. And you go straight up the middle there to Gilbertson, but taken. And now the Trojans will get it back, briefly anyway, and it'll be cleared out of play by Nikki Ryan. So a throw for Wayzata. Dillon takes the throw down toward that corner. And it's just going to go all the way out of play. So a goal kick upcoming for Washburn. They had two defenders there to shield off too. So no real opportunity to get to that ball.
Yeah, when you're guarded by two players near the touchline, it's tough to get possession or maintain possession. In other words, try the ball out.
Ryan sending it up that right side. Kept in, and then it'll be a throw for Washburn as they're able to bank it off of Alexis Hayden.
Tried to wait for the ball to go over the touchline, but ran out of real estate and ended up being a turnover.
Great footwork by Ryasic. Got 17 goals this year and showed some great skill there. Ryasic turning back. The D stays with her, though. Nice job by Maleka. Well, and then a turnover, but Ryasic mishits it, and you can tell by the look on her face. She knew there was an opportunity to do more with that one, but took the quick shot.
Great opportunity to make something happen, and didn't quite get there, so it'll be a goal kick.
Strong header by Kimbrell, and then Heineman able to control it to get it over to Rupert. Kimbrell had it jabbed away. And they try and spring Turner long. Turner, one defender back. Turner cannot get the shot away as good speed by Devon to close. Turner was just starting to think about pulling the trigger, but defender Devon able to run back and break it up.
Yeah, you can see Turner was looking for somebody else. Nobody was there, but as you said, ready to pull the trigger anyway.
Corner kick upcoming as Clark lines it up here for Wayzata.
It's going to be a short one. Nope, now they pull back. Turner gets in front. That's way deep and too far out.
Miller's able to get the clear there, so no problem getting to that one for the Washburn girls, but it will be a throw for Wayzata, but back out near midfield as Sydney Remark will trigger it back in here for Wayzata. Clark does a nice job receiving that pass now to Kalkar, looking up the right side for Gilbertson. Gilbertson able to get to it, looking for space. Oh, and then a clear attempt. They didn't get much on it. Comes out to Hayden, and that shot knocked down by Katu.
Yeah, I think that was more of a redirect than a pass, but no real opportunity for the Trojans on that series.
You can see, though, that both teams, you know, they have the skill to put a pass or two together that leads to a goal, too. So.
Yep, they have the speedsters and the scorers.
Hyde dropping it back. Nice step up there by Heidemann to get to that ball. Looking for Rupert up the right side. Can she run it down? Yes, but then played out of there by Wayzata's Hayden. So throw here for the Millers, but good hustle by Rupert. You know, she can't come up with the ball cleanly herself, but at least kept it alive, and it results in them getting a throw.
If they maintain possession, that's what you want.
Down to Ryasic. Trying to turn and go. You see, very quick with that spin, and it will be a corner kick. Wayzata sent 2 defenders to her, so they were able to deny the cross, but they at least, Washburn gets a corner out of it because Ryasic is very dangerous here. Rupert will take this corner again here for the Millers as we near the halfway point of the first half. Scoreless battle here for the Section 6AA Championship. And that one bouncing off a defender, but rolling right to Stoner. McKenna Stoner booting this ball out, but Washburn getting there first. Now it's Gilbertson heading back the other way, and too far with that one for Dillon. It will be a throw for the Millers.
It's a lot of back and forth from one side of the field to the next.
Stopped there by Dillon, now sending one ahead, but it's going to bounce in harmlessly to Coutu there. Turner dishing it to the outside, looking to attack is Dillon. Dillon sending it, but nice play to block that one. I don't think she got that. I think she wanted to get it up a little bit.
Hey, take a look.
Yeah, didn't make good contact with the ball and bounced off the defender.
A throw here for Hannah Hyde. And a bouncer up the middle. One player there for Washburn. It's Isabel McLaughlin, but knocked away from her. It will be a throw for the Millers, but it looked like that one had a chance to develop into something, but Wayzata able to get back. There's Lizzie Muse coming in for Washburn. Haven't had a lot of subs so far here. It's been a quick-paced game, but like we said, you know, weather is pretty ideal, not warm enough that that's going to be a factor. Although you can see when we get those close-up shots that they're definitely working up a sweat, but not enough that it's going to really get you out of there.
Wow.
Here's Ryasic.
Defender missed a fan on the kick.
Cross there, but going to bounce right into Stoner. So she had a clean look at it all the way and is able to grab it up. Clark. Waiting for support there from the back, and Hannah Hyde comes up to get it. Broken up, though, by Hannah Heinemann. Hannah Hyde will take the throw here for Wayzata. Clark directing it toward Turner, but hammered on out of there by Nikki Ryan. That one knocked away on the throw. Cheerleaders sent scrambling. Battle for it along the line. Played back, and gonna have a foul call there against the Millers as Dillon was tripped up.
And that was a big trip. I'm surprised wow. I thought the center referee was going to have a discussion about that one, but
well, she took a hard fall, but I don't know that it
wasn't flagrant.
Right. Here's Clark lining it up here on this free kick for Wayzata in a pretty dangerous spot on the field. Millers. Here's looking to go top, and she scores!
Oh my goodness.
Addison Clark finding the net for Wayzata, and the Trojans take the lead.
The only place you could possibly put that ball was in the far upright corner. Watch this. There's only one space where that can go, right there.
Coutu,
incredible.
Pretty tall keeper too. I think she was, initially not entirely sure this was going to be a shot attempt, and so you're kind of, you're surveying, looking
right.
at, and well-placed shot by Addie Clark, and finds in that 23rd minute, and it is 1-0 Wayzata.
So that's the thing about set plays. You can't give your opponent set plays inside your 20-yard line.
Throw in for the Trojans as Clark breaks the deadlock here. Turner lining it up. And here's Clark with the header, but Coutu able to make that stop. Coutu will get that one out near midfield. Big battle for it there. And we will get a foul call on Washburn as Remark was knocked down just as she was completing that kick there. So the very well-placed shot by Clark, giving Wayzata a 1-0 lead as Hyde driving this free kick. Here's Clark. Knocked away by Heineman, and it'll be a throw for Wayzata.
Get that throw in quickly again.
Banked off of Dillon and out. We get a throw here for the Millers.
Washburn trying to regroup and get their offense moving.
Hyde, a nice interception there for Wayzata. It'll be a throw, though, again for Washburn as it deflects out of play. Battle for it after the header. Here's Turner winning that ball for the Trojans. And now Lily Gilbertson.
It's a 4-on-5, trying to get across if she can get there.
Kolkar now trying to get a corner out of it, and does.
And does.
Once she realized that she didn't have space really to get a good pass away from there, did the next best thing, get a corner kick out of it.
Absolutely. If you can't get it out, gain the advantage of the corner. And Wayzata is historically pretty good on corners.
Clark directing things, and going to come short with it, and they'll go. Thought they were going to come back to her. Turner, a left-footed cross, a redirect there, and it hits the goalpost.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Be another opportunity here for Wayzata on the another corner kick coming on the other side.
Fifth corner. See the co-coach shouting all directions to the Millers.
Closer, get close. Go on.
Yeah, telling the defenders to get closer to the Wayzata forwards because they were just standing out there waiting.
Discussion, I think, with Coutu here. And it might have been a question of whether, did she make that save or did the ball just hit the goalpost and go out?
Yeah, I thought it hit the goalpost.
Yeah, I did too. Drop back. Here's Clark.
Too far out.
To the front. Oh, and Turner trying to control that bouncing ball. Now gets to it, and her shot just over the top.
Did she make contact? I think Coutu made contact with that one.
Yeah, so it'll be a corner kick upcoming again for Wayzata.
Number 6 for the first half. Again, a little bit deep and outside. Washburn gets control and drives it out.
Sent ahead there by Villers. Wayzata trying to keep it back in that offensive zone, though, as they've started to get some chances of late here. A lot of corners in this first half, and then they got the one goal, of course, off a free kick. Here's Addison Clark. Stepping into the middle here. Now gets the ball back. They joust for it down low. Let's see. We will get a throw for Washburn. And subbing back in, or subbing in for them, is Tess Ryan. Kimbrell triggering it in here for the Millers. And that was out of play, so Wayzata will get a quick throw. Kalkar looking to Morgan Turner. Nice job there to take it away by Nikki Ryan.
And I think that's going to be a goal kick. Let's go look at number 9, Morgan Turner, having a great year.
Nice story on Morgan on 12 Sports done by Jason Malillo this week, so check that one out on our Sports Jam show or online. Battle for it. Miller's able to get it out of there. They've spent quite a bit of time defending in the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, looking to get back to the offensive side of things if they can, but a nice header out to the outside. Clark will track it down with the left foot, trying to go to Turner. Bounces loose. They kind of briefly had him outnumbered, but Kimbrell didn't panic there.
No, and the Washburn defense came back quickly to cover that.
Gilbertson will take the throw in here for Wayzata and a build on a 1-0 lead. Kalkar looking for space, turns and sends it toward the side of the net, and it will be a goal kick here for Washburn. Wayzata has to feel like they've kind of started to take control back of this one a little bit. Obviously, yes, they got the goal, but even before and after that.
But they were mounting a pretty good offensive threat and keeping the ball down inside the Washburn zone. The Washburn defense doing a good job of stiffening up and not giving up any more goals.
Gonna get out of play here. It'll be a throw for Wayzata. Remark taking the throw for the Trojans. And lifted ahead. The race is on now. Look at Turner. Able to get a good burst of speed there and almost got there, but Katu out to smother it.
Yes, she is deceptively fast. I don't think Katu knew she was going to get down there that quickly.
No, it was a ball that, you know, a lot of players maybe would have just said, "Well, give up on it."
Yeah, yeah. She didn't do that. She kept pushing, and then Katu realized that, oops.
You breached your post limit.
There's Gilbertson with the interception for Wayzata. Now finding Turner. Turner chipping it through, but that one's going to bounce all the way into Katu. Well, we said earlier she, you know, be glad to get some early work. Right now, she's probably saying, "I'm having to handle the ball a little more than I would like here in this."
Yeah.
I'd like to be watching at the other end for a while. You know.
I could use a little break here, thank you.
Free kick here for the Millers as we go under 10 minutes to play in this opening half. The Section 6 AA Championship on 12 Sports. Wayzata holding a 1-0 lead over Washburn. It is Wayzata's the number 1 seed. Washburn's the number 2 seed. And Ryasic will come back into the lineup here for Washburn.
And I guess in essence, that's what you want, the number 1 and number 2 team battling for the title.
Does kind of add to it, but at the same time too, sometimes the upsets are fun too. So boy, we found out the other day in Section 5 AA boys in the quarterfinals, all 3 of the top seeds were eliminated in the quarterfinal. Which, wow, you didn't expect to see that, but
not in the first round.
It can happen.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking before with Coach Pesniker. The parity of the schools is just unbelievable.
Here's Gilbertson turning, able to find Clark. Clark trying to get a step to the outside.
Boy, she's being triple teamed.
And then we get a foul on Wayzata, and Clark trying to get that ball back. Nikki Ryan puts it back into play here for the Millers. Here's Ryasic. Lost it there, trying to get it back from Colpeen. Nice job to control that ball in the air by Muse. And then rolled back. Katu will come out to grab it up here for Washburn. Ryasic trying to get a step around the outside there, and we will get a foul call.
Yeah, I think Wright got her foot tangled into the by the defender, and she went sprawling. It'll be, let's see it again. Yeah, a little push in the back.
Yeah, Maleka was slowing down and trying to, keep her body in position in front of the ball there, and Ryasic kind of tripped her up a little bit.
I think that was more an excuse me push, but it still counts. She was going so fast.
Well, and the defender doesn't have, brake lights like a car.
No.
I mean, you don't know all of a sudden they're going to slow down like that. So
that's what I'm saying. She's got so much speed. There's no way she could slow down. So
be a throw here for Wayzata as Lily Gilbertson, a sophomore, will come over to take it. Gets it to Turner, and she will dish it back. Looking to go to Clark, but
that's not going to go anywhere except for a goal kick.
Clark tried to trap that one down with the bottom of her foot. Maybe might have been better off trying to, use their shins or something to just smother it a little bit. But instead, it'll be Ryan with a goal kick here for Washburn. Nikki Ryan, a cross player for the Millers as well. They got quite a few multi-sport athletes. Dillon turning, trying to go to Turner, but well read by Devon for the Millers.
That's one thing I've seen about Washburn. They're pretty good at covering up those passing lanes.
Hyde throwing it for Turner. Trying to keep that ball alive right along the line, and does. And jabbed away by Gabby Keene, but it will be a Wayzata throw. Turner, strong player, good with her body. I mean, obviously she's got a lot of skill too, but she's also hard to get the ball from.
Yeah, she does a pretty effective job of shielding the ball, and she has it, and she's not shy about going in there and taking it away either.
They get it to Turner there, and we will get a foul call against the Millers. So not a corner kick, but not very far from it here.
Darn close. See again, the Miller coach trying to get his defenders to mark up on somebody.
Clark will take this free kick. She scored the only goal of the night. Now we'll chip it out front. Lots of traffic. Ooh, and it skips off a defender. Back of her head there. Played up the line. Colpeen able to go over and win that ball. Got it to Maleka.
Clean takeaway, no foul.
Here's Hyde. They attack right side now. Clark serving one to the middle. Bounces all the way over. Dillon will get there. Dillon turns, tries to drive a shot. Now it comes loose, but not much on the header by Kalkar there. She had quite a bit of space, but just not able to direct that one the way she wanted to, so stays at a 1-0 score. Hyde sending it up for Wayzata, where it's broken up by Nikki Ryan, but it will be a throw for the Trojans as the field is tilted this way quite a bit later in this first half.
Well, the last 15-20 minutes, Wayzata's been doing a great job of possessing the ball. It's a battle for the ball. It's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah.
Look there at center referee. It's Tyler Dawson.
Chip to the front, and Katu coming out to snare that one. Wasn't going to take any chances on somebody getting ahead of her there.
Good play.
Rupert sending it up. That's Ryan. That pass stolen by Colpeen. Devon getting to it just before Turner could. Here's Ryasic. Had it briefly. Driven ahead there, Maleka, and that should be the keeper. Stoner will call her off and come out to grab this one. She has not had much work for quite some time here.
Well, she needs to punt so she can get some activity. It's a little short of midfield, bounces up towards, was that the midfielders?
Kalkar trying to get a step on the outside, but Kimbrell was having none of that. It will be a throw though for Wayzata. Remark takes the throw in.
Against the Millers.
Foul call there, and Remark will line it up for the free kick here for Wayzata.
Another dangerous set play for the Trojans.
Swings it out front. Kimbrell getting to it first. Turner trying to get control there, and it's going to be a corner kick coming for Wayzata as Keene got her foot in there to clear that one out, but it goes out over the end line, so Clark will get yet another corner kick here for the Trojans.
Actually a good move on the defense that time, getting the ball, even though if you give up a corner, he was getting a little bit hairy out there.
Out front, and a push called against the Trojans would not have counted anyway had it gone in as Turner tried to get some space for a header there. Free kick here for the Millers as we tick down under a minute and a half to play in this first half. Top seed Wayzata leading second seed Washburn 1-0 on a goal off a free kick by Addison Clark.
Come on, Mark.
Ryasic showing that skill again, but Colpeen with a nice clean takeaway.
Closer.
Clark trying to get that ball to Dillon. And Turner able to block that clear. Turner looking to get to it. Steps to the outside, now across. And just in a little too tight there was Kalkar. And then Katu comes way out to grab it. Just didn't quite have the spacing there as she got in a little too close to the goal line.
Yeah, but that was right there. Kalkar just couldn't quite react to it. Dangerous play for the Millers. They lucked out on that one.
Under a half minute to play now in this first half. Washburn trying to mount one last charge of offense here. Nikki Ryan will send it up. Tess Ryan looking to get some space. Remark though able to hold her off, and then they both go tumbling. Turner chipping it ahead. Katu coming out, and she will grab it up just as we near the halfway mark in this one. So we have put 40 minutes in the books here in the Section 6AA Championship. Our halftime score is Wayzata 1, Washburn 0. We'll have first half highlights and then our second half of soccer here on 12 Sports.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Welcome back here to Wayzata High School along with Sig Ligry, MJ Wilcox. Wayzata leading Washburn 1-0 in the Section 6AA Girls Championship as we get a look at some of the action from the first half of this section title game. Flicked ahead here in Turner. That's a great save by Katu. That one came quite early in the game. Morgan Turner nearly scoring, and here is Addison Clark, not nearly scoring, but scoring as she drives that free kick over the wall and perfectly placed. Gives Wayzata 1-0 lead, 22-17 into that first half. And then they kind of turned it on from there. They got some more chances. That one hitting the goalpost right there. And you see the first half stats.
Look at the numbers: shots 10-3, shots on goal 4-1, fouls pretty even 6-5, corner kicks Trojans ahead 7-3.
So we will come back with more of our Section 6 title game here on 12 Sports. The Trojans and the Millers, 1 half to go.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
We get set to begin our second half here as Wayzata leading at 1-0. They have to, like, obviously you're glad to be ahead, Sig, but the trend toward, as the half went on, Wayzata assumed more and more control of that one. They probably have to be thinking more of the same would be just fine.
Absolutely. I think they were a little bit tentative the first 10 minutes, and Washburn was doing a great job of moving the ball down, getting to their forwards and getting some opportunities. But Trojans kind of took over, put the Millers on their defensive heel. So I think what Washburn wants to do is to get that takeaway in their defensive zone and start getting better transition and start putting some of their own pressure on.
Yeah, they've obviously got some scorers that are capable. We just haven't had that many opportunities because they've been forced to defend more than they would have liked in that first half. But still, it's only a 1-goal deficit. Obviously, they very much have an opportunity to get right back in this one, as Wayzata showed last year, down to the final minute, able to score late in regulation.
Absolutely. This kind of a game you cannot let up at any time.
Lily Gilbertson playing it to the middle there, actually overrun, but no harm done as Kimbrell able to cover up on the other side for Washburn. Colpeen battling there. It will be a throw for Washburn. Kimbrell takes the throw. Good step up there by Georgia Christman for Washburn, and now she will turn and get to this ball, plays it through. Here's an opportunity. Oh, and out front and a goal. Villers finishing. Ryasic looked like she was going to shoot it, instead went with the pass, and the Millers are on the board. We're even at 1.
So we're talking about all it takes is one good opportunity, and they made that one work.
Very unselfish play there by Ryasic. I thought at first that she was going to shoot and should have shot here.
Right.
But instead, she sees the keeper committing. She knows she has Villers with her, and boy, that's a great play there by Ryasic. She would have had a good opportunity to score herself, but she felt her teammate had an even better chance, and Villers was right there to pump it in. So the 42nd minute, Washburn evens it up at 1 apiece. Boy, that had to have been a heck of a halftime speech there if they came out with that in mind.
I guess.
Now Wayzata looking to try and counterattack here.
Uplandly assist number 3, Harley Wyasich. Time to go 41:09. Let's score now. Wayzata 1, Washburn 1.
Knocked out a play there by, and there'll be a throw for Hyde.
Yeah, throw in for Wayzata on the far end.
Billers getting her 18th goal of the year. So Washburn trying to go back to the attack here, but see if they get a big shot in the arm from that goal too, and try and take the play to the Trojans a little bit here. Heineman plays it to the outside. Ryasich, and a nice takeaway by Colpeen. Ryasich running back to get it back though, and does.
Foul called against the Millers. I think Ryasich got in with it.
Yeah,
was that over?
Yeah.
You're right, over the touchline. I thought maybe somebody got shoved.
Played ahead, nice job by Devon to get to it first, but she'll have to play it out. A throw here coming for Wayzata. And a foul call there is Georgia Christman running through Turner to try and get to that ball.
Turner seems to be okay, setting the ball up.
See what they have in mind. Washburn only a two-player wall there, looking to defend away from it, away from the ball on the weak side here. Turner
tries to hook it in, but goes upside the side of the net.
So goal kick here for Washburn, as Turner was trying to do what Addison Clark was able to do in that first half, and Barry went off a free kick, but it didn't quite work out. Kept in by Clark and then driven out of there. A throw for Washburn, looks like.
That's what it looks like.
No, now we had a foul back. Okay, the flag went up. It was a foul right after that ball was kicked by Washburn. A Wayzata player ran over her, and the center referee didn't see it initially, but good communication. They eventually get the call, so that's how they get this free kick. Nikki Ryan sending it up right onto the foot there of Heineman. Try to go to McLaughlin. Remark there first. Rupert looking to get a step here. And that will be a corner for the Millers, as the defender got a foot on that one. So, but maybe it's this end of the field. Wayzata was kind of controlling things when they were going this way, and now Washburn has started too early in the second half. They've already tied it up and trying to go for more here, as Lydia Rupert will take this corner kick.
Washburn with big momentum on their side.
Out front it comes all the way through. Ryasich trying to turn and get a shot. Comes back and then driven up high and wide of the goal by Nikki Ryan. And it will be a goal kick here for Wayzata.
Maybe the lighting's better on this side of the field, because that's where all the action is.
Obviously, when these teams, have won as many games as they have, they've been playing with a lead more often than not. But at the same time, they've both played enough quality teams where it isn't panic time if you fall behind. It isn't like it's the first time it's happened ever in the year or anything. Here's a nice cross, but getting back to break that one up was Hannah Hyde. And still an opportunity for the Millers. That one's going to come all the way through. And it will be a goal kick here for Wayzata, but play has continued to favor the Millers, and Clark is a little bit banged up right there. Heineman has done a tremendous job getting to headers tonight. Here's Ryasich. Turns and fires, but sends it wide. And it's going to be a corner, though. It looked like it must have clipped the heel of a defender as she took that shot. Ryasich hobbling just a little bit for the Millers, but they will get a corner kick out of it. So they have continued. Boy, they have just come right out and jumped on Wayzata to begin the second half.
And they took control early and haven't looked back. Wayzata has been on their heels, much as Washburn was in the latter 15 minutes of the first half.
Rupert, the corner kick, and punched out of there and then knocked away on the second try as Stoner swept it away with both hands, but it still came out for another shot attempt. Her defender was able to help her out. And this will be another corner for Washburn. They have really succeeded in tilting the field their way here to begin the second half. Have a look at this last opportunity.
Look at the traffic in front of the goal area as Stoner punches that one out. And here we go again.
Rupert in the header, bouncing to the other side off of Christman. Clark able to break that up. Nice step up though by Devon. And that pass just deflected away. Wayzata, you can tell right now, just kind of feeling the heat a little bit, just trying to get back to their game.
That's going to be a throw the other way. Yeah, they're a little bit off the game right now. Okay, Washburn with that big goal got the huge momentum and going their way.
Turner switching fields here, looking for Remark. Remark trying to send one in with that left foot. Ooh, and Couture comes way out and fell a little bit awkwardly. She knew that she didn't want that ball to get to Turner's foot and just won the race. So Wayzata obviously has been bottled up in their own end, but they get one opportunity there and it almost turned into a great one. Header up the line there, and Rupert unable to keep that ball in. Sydney Remark, the throw in for Wayzata. It's by Clark, Ryasich. Nice ball up the left side. Here's Villers, who scored the tying goal for Washburn, putting it out front, looking for McLaughlin. And Trojans get there first, but here's Heineman to keep it alive and drives a long one. That'll be grabbed there by McKenna Stoner. Rupert trying to control that ball, drops it back for Christman, has a little space to work with. Pass denied. Ryasich will get over there to get it. Ryasich getting to the outside and will draw a corner kick perhaps. Is the ball going to get out or not? Maybe not. Yeah, I'm sorry, I spoke too soon there. It looks like it'll be a throw. And Ryasich is banged up.
And she's limping.
See, she's got that knee wrapped. She waved him off, said, "I'm all right." It's a section final.
Yeah.
Rupert trying to work that one through. It'll be a throw, though, for Washburn.
Washburn very good on the attack again. That'll be a goal kick.
Hannah Hyde will take this goal kick here for Wayzata. Heineman once again just reads that ball very well to get there. Got around Clark. Now Christman swinging it around to the right side. Drop back and a follow-up try here. Oh, and just over the net. Georgia Christman was in the right spot at the right time, following up after the first play was broken up, and she very nearly gave the Millers the lead.
See it again.
Did not miss by much.
Nope, not by within a foot.
And Stoner had no chance at that one. So Washburn continuing to generate chances here. This has been a huge turn. The start of the second half, bounces ahead, and it's put away by Villers. It is a goal. Play was onside, and Caitlin Villers gives the Millers the lead. So Washburn, their dominance early in the second half pays off. Millers wins the race, and I was looking, on a play like that, you're wondering, were they onside? And the answer was yes.
You see it again. Comes the pass coming in. The defense was just in the wrong place.
Does a nice job of just getting her right foot to this ball, not trying to do anything fancy with it because she had Stoner, kind of on the way out.
Right.
Devon will get the assist on that. She took that free kick. Good look at it there.
Yeah, Stoner had committed coming down right in front of her and then left the left side of the goal wide open.
Here's Kalkar putting it to the outside. Turner. Pass deflected. It comes back to Clark. Clark crossing it, and then the header to the far side here, controlled. And it will roll out of play. A throw here for Wayzata. So they find themselves trailing, and still a lot of time to go, but they know it's time to turn it on if they're going to have an opportunity here, as Washburn has dominated the second half.
Yeah, just like the first half, Wayzata came out a little bit tentative, tried to sit back on the defense, and things were not working. Then all of a sudden, with the momentum change in that goal by Washburn, and they are now in control of the match.
Ryan, that one knocked down. Devon will get to it first here for the Millers, but then Addison Clark grabs it up and sends a long one toward the net. Katu not going to take any chances with it. Comes out and gathers it in as she's going to the ground here. I think it's important for Washburn, though, to not sit back now and be satisfied with the lead, because there's too much time left to just defend the whole rest of the way.
Oh, absolutely, and they know that Wayzata has some people who can score.
Devon getting it ahead there to Heineman. Up the line, skips off ahead and out of play. It'll be a throw here for Wayzata. Or, I'm sorry, for Washburn. And another one for the Millers up the sideline. Gabby Keene, taking the throw. Knocked out of play one more time by Wayzata, this time Hannah Hyde. Keene will send it down that line, and it's going to be a corner kick as Villers able to drive it off of Colpeen. And so the Millers get another corner kick opportunity.
Good heads-up play, forcing that corner.
Lydia Rupert will take it here for the Millers. Out front, and the header goes just wide. It'll be a goal kick for Wayzata. But even though they don't end up scoring, the ball's in their end. Yep. They're using more time. I mean, it's still an effective way to keep your lead.
Absolutely. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
The throw here for Washburn. Wayzata right now, obviously they've got players with a lot of experience, like we said, and playing good teams, but they've got to be a little stunned right now at the way this one's turned. There's a low shot taken by Ryasic, but Stoner able to make the stop. They have to be a little bit shocked at just the way this one's turned around.
Yeah, they could be a little bit shell-shocked right now because they were in command in the first half and then let Washburn take complete control of the game.
Villers putting it out front, and Rupert trying to get up for the header, went past her. And it will be cleared out of play by Hayden, and we get a throw for Washburn. Kimbrough taking the throw. Turner coming back to meet it, and a foul call there on Heineman. Free kick for Wayzata.
And Wayzata needs to do something now that they have possession.
Heineman, nice ball onto the foot there of Rupert. And now they try and spring Ryasich. She's been battling with Hyde all night, and Hyde this time wins that battle. However, it will still be a throw for Washburn. See, Ryasich, a little smaller than some of the girls that she's going against, but also a little quicker.
Yeah,
So,
very, very much quicker. Has great ball handling skills and uses them effectively.
here's Heineman. Turns. Boy, they are just so much crisper in the second half, aren't they?
Yes, they are. You can see there's a lot more energy. Yeah, you're right. They're quicker. They're much more aggressive on the 50-50s, and they're winning the 50-50s. And Wayzata struggling.
Ball played through there, but Devon able to break it up. And, you know, it's a little hard to say in any sport how that kind of comes and goes. I mean, you see it at whatever level. One team, you know, kind of looks like they're not playing their game, they're not sharp, and then it can change, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Absolutely, and it could change the other way also. If Wayzata mounts an attack and scores, and that'll get them back in the game, obviously.
Maddie Anderson coming in there for Wayzata, also Samantha Dietrich, and I don't think they've really subbed until then tonight, have they, to speak of?
I don't think so.
Headed out of play. It will be a throw here for the Millers as Austin Kimbrough will take it. Battle for it here. McLaughlin able to keep it going up that sideline, and a throw here. But you can tell they want the tempo up too. They're not saying, okay, we've got a lead, let's take our time throwing it in or whatever. They want this game to be at a fast pace.
Yeah, they seem to like that. They were a little bit throttled in the first half, but they've come out strong and maintaining a good tempo.
Battle for it down in the corner this time. It will go Wayzata's way. No, maybe not. Overruled.
Overruled by the center referee.
Trojans trying to drive that ball out of there, but does not work. Villers sending it to the front. Here's Anderson, who just came in, having to get involved there to help break that one up for Wayzata.
Throw in for Wayzata.
Popped high in the air here, and Miller's able to get there quickly again.
Yeah, they're getting to the balls and blocking the passing lane. So
Rupert sending it to the front there. Turner trying to get to it, but Devon has had some solid plays here for the Millers. Now Ryasich getting some space, turning into the middle. And running back, though, was Maleka to break that one up. Dietrich sends it ahead. Devon there first.
That's the other thing. Wayzata has not been able to counter.
Back and forth and controlled there by the Trojans, sent up by Kalkar, but it's going to come all the way through to the keeper, Katu.
Katu trying to play keep it away until Turner ran up there and said, okay, you're going to put it on the ground. I'm going to go after it. Foul called against Washburn.
Dietrich, the freshman, trying to spin away from the defender. He just was tripped up. We will get a free kick here for Wayzata. Still a lot of time to go, but at the same time, you don't know how many more opportunities you're really going to get. So they want to push forward and get something going on this one. Hannah Hyde will line it up.
Yeah, they need something positive to get the momentum back on their side.
Hyde sending it deep and
Too
over
deep.
Turner. And it will be a goal kick here for Washburn.
Good look at the crowd. They've been actively backing their teams. Probably hear that over the microphones.
Not exactly going to be a surprise to see either of these, one of these teams in the state tournament. Washburn's been in the tournament 11 times in their history, and Wayzata 25. So safe to say that most of the state tournaments have included one or the other.
Yeah.
And Addison Clark actually drilled that ball into the referee and said, I didn't mean to do that.
Sorry about that.
Washburn has to feel really good about the second half they've played so far, but you don't want to think about that right now. You just want to stay doing what you've been doing.
Right. You got the momentum. Don't give it up.
Played to the outside, and Kimbrell able to get to it, sends it right up the line, and it will eventually roll out, but it was last touched by Wayzata, so we get a throw coming here for the Millers. See if at any point they do start to slow down, just because it's the right thing to do in terms of using time, but on some of those throw-ins and whatnot. Keene sending it to the middle. Clark broke it up.
Well, I don't know. The upbeat tempo has been favoring them, so I'm sure they're going to keep trying that. So
and a foul call there as Heineman bumped to Lily Gilbertson. Glances off a Washburn player, so we will get a throw for Wayzata. Not a ton of time in the offensive end of the field at all for Wayzata in the second half, so you feel that sense of urgency. Now they go to Turner, and they want to get Turner involved. I mean, she's obviously their most dangerous threat. Here is Morgan Turner, and we get a call offside.
Oh, you're right, though. They have to get Turner involved. They have to get their offense involved, and that's just not happening. It's been a drought in terms of the shots in the second half.
Nikki Ryan driving it out of there for Washburn as it looked for a moment like Wayzata had a threat going, but they were called offside. And off of the heel of Wayzata's Gilbertson, so a throw coming for Washburn. Heineman, Washburn overall has a lot of smaller, quicker players, but you got to, some strength back there with somebody like Hannah Heineman and also Charlotte Devon, with a couple of players with some good size that, you need a little bit of that too when you get into state level games, or in this case, section final games.
Yeah, because it gets physical.
Clark coming back to meet it here for Wayzata. She had the Trojans goal in the first half, and at halftime they were up 1-0, but Washburn storming out of the gates in the second half, getting 2 goals just over 10 minutes apart, both from Caitlin Villers. The first one was a great setup from Marley Ryasich, I have to be honest, at first when Ryasic didn't shoot, I thought she was making a mistake, but she had her teammate in perfect position.
Right, she looked over, saw her, and did a great heel kick.
Chrisman sends it ahead. Villar's trying to get to it. Colpine will play it back, though. Kimbrell's header to the outside. Dietrich controlling it for Wayzata. Kimbrell jumps in to try and take it away, and it will be a throw for Washburn. Kimbrell's been pretty involved here in this second half and keeps on hustling. Subbing in for the Millers now will be Tess Ryan.
Going to give Ryasic a break. Probably take a look at her leg while she's on the sideline. Make sure she's going to be okay.
Driven ahead here, Tess Ryan getting to it, and a nice move there. Ryan has a little field to work with. Stumbled, but keeps possession. And then finally couldn't keep it anymore, but keeps battling.
Boy, you can see the defense is confused.
Turner trying to get control of this one and does. Morgan Turner dangerous in the middle of the field here for Wayzata, and denied there by Devon. Dietrich across. Header there by Keene. And lifted out of danger for the moment, but a nice play though to keep it alive by Hyde. Here comes Wayzata again. Don't count him out yet. Here's Clark to the outside. And we will get a throw for Washburn. A tough spot though. You don't want to turn it over here, and that's exactly what they do. Didn't give it away directly, but it will be a throw for Wayzata.
It's still a turnover in your own end. You want to avoid that if you can.
Kalkar will throw it in here for Wayzata. Clark with a header high into the middle. And pop it high in the air. Dietrich trying to get some room to play it. And it will be a goal kick as Dietrich couldn't quite get to that ball. It was bouncing, and both Kimbrell and Dietrich were trying to time it and figure out, how high it was going to bounce on that second bounce, and neither one got exactly what they wanted out of that.
Right. It's so difficult to get control of a ball that's bouncing around.
Yeah, it wasn't quite high enough to be a header, and a little too low to really do much with it. Dietrich is fallen on there by Heineman. It'll be a foul call on the Millers, and the referee telling her, okay, this is a third time here. We, no more of that.
Yeah, referees keep track of who gets the fouls, and when it gets to be excessive, they will be more than willing to pull out a yellow card.
Turner lining it up here for the Trojans. Here's Morgan Turner driving it and just sails over the net. Tried to do what Clark did earlier and get it right over the keeper. Subs for Wayzata coming back as you get a look at Turner's shot here, and this one,
yeah, went
a little bit,
a couple feet over.
Yeah, it wasn't a super near miss compared to a couple we've had, but still one where you're holding your breath if you're Washburn there. Kimbrell drilled it into a teammate and then comes with it a second time. Villard sending it out to that right side. Washburn's doing a smart thing now. You can see, earlier on they were always trying to control the ball on the defensive end. Now knowing that, sometimes you just need to clear it and get the ball out of your end, get out of trouble, and give chase after it. But they're playing smart.
Yeah, that's a good transition. They're getting really good results from the counterplay.
Nice steal there by Alexis Hayden for Wayzata, but Miller's able to keep it in their offensive zone, lifted alongside the goal. It's going to be a goal kick here for Wayzata, but again, that move upfield gives them, chops off another 30 seconds or so. Send out to that corner, and Rupert is going to get there. Goes around the defender, Rupert crossing it, and that one, nobody home here on this left side. I think she wanted to go to the player cutting right up the middle, but got a little bit much of it there. Throw here, Maya Turner in there now for Wayzata. You will get a throw for Washburn as Keene lining it up. Ryasich. Strong cross with the left foot. Stoner some trouble. Empty net. Here's the shot, and Stoner a great save on Villers, and another shot is in. Villers will have the hat trick. She was robbed by Stoner on the first one, but stays with it and puts another goal away for Washburn. Caitlin Villers sticking with it for the Millers and winds up getting her third goal of the night, third of the half for Washburn. An amazingly strong second half performance. There's Stoner just struggled with it, but then she gets up and makes a great save right there. And you're thinking maybe it's over, but Villers read that ball very well and somehow was first to it.
Yeah, the defender didn't get to it. See right here, the defense in the back right here does not get to it. Ball is open. I mean, the net's open for that shot. And now the Trojans are in trouble.
Yeah, when, you know, at 2-1, you're thinking, you know, that they've still got a reasonable good shot, but boy, getting 2 goals late here is going to be a struggle.
Right, and they just have not been able to regroup anything. Washburn's been keeping the tempo up high, and Wayzata has not reacted.
Ryasich will bank it off a Wayzata player, and they will get another throw. Gabby Keene to take it here for the Millers. Now it'll be Wayzata's throw. Nice job to step in and take that one back by Christman. And here's Rupert. Good speed to get to that one. Banks it out off a Wayzata player. We will get another throw here for the Millers.
And again, those turnovers are in such a heavily favor for the Millers.
Yeah, just been a very different second half compared to the first. They have
2 different games.
They've just dominated the second half. After, you know, Washburn had, you know, some of the play early on in that first half, but then after that it was mostly Wayzata. But it's been even more lopsided, certainly the Millers' way this half. Haven't seen, you know, Wayzata team struggle for a half like this for a while now.
No, we haven't. Not used to seeing that, but they are in trouble right now.
Clark giving it to the outside. It'll bounce free now. Kalkar looking to Dillon. Dillon, the return pass. Kalkar, and her shot denied. Comes free out front, an open net to shoot at if they can get to it.
Couldn't get to it. It's going to be a goal kick. Got to hustle it out to the ball, and they just didn't do that. So break for Washburn.
Katu coming out to try and get this ball, and when she can't get it right after this one, and open
right there.
net, but just a miss hit there by Lily Gilbertson.
Gilbertson couldn't get a foot on it because you're right, she had an open net.
Well, I think we see, you know, an indication there. Lily, the sophomore, we're seeing, you know, a few players on both teams who are a little hesitant to use that left foot. I think she had a much better angle if she had been willing to use the left foot on that one.
Yeah, you're right.
It will be a throw for Washburn as they have taken command of this game, leading it 3-1, trying to get back into that state tournament. He said they were there as a Class A team in 2014 and wound up as runner-up. Here's another opportunity, but that one will go by the wayside. Washburn has been runner-up in the state tournament 4 times. They were also the champ in '81. And Wayzata, of course, has won multiple titles.
Bunches.
But looks as though they're going to have a tall order if they don't get one soon here to try and battle back in this one.
Right, you need one. You need one right now so you can get back within 1 goal.
Sent to the front, but broken up, and Ryasic coming back the other way here for Washburn. She's going to drive that ball long, and a spot there, a good idea. If you connect on that pass, it's great, but even if you don't, you've sent the ball all the way down, and they're going to have to come, all the way back from the top of that box.
And right now, the Washburn defense is not giving up anything in terms of quality shots.
Ryasic trying to keep control. It went out, so a throw here for Wayzata. Dillon drifting it into the middle of the field. Clark. Now Remark gets control. But Kimbrell aggressively stepped up to meet her. Kimbrell has done a nice job. She's been aggressive without, committing fouls. She's been in the right spot. Anytime they've tried to attack up that left side, she's generally been there. Ryasic. Lots of room to work with, of course, now with Wayzata pulled up, looking over for guess who? Villers, who already has all 3 goals for Washburn. She's going to step across to the middle of the field and then distribute out to the right. Muse faking the shot. Now Muse putting it out front. Ryasic Rupert looking to turn and shoot and hit the defender with that one, and it's going to be a corner kick for Washburn.
6th corner of the half for the Millers. Wayzata has no corners in the second half.
Rupert will take it, and Washburn fans were disappointed in the boys' outcome. Looks like they're going to have an opportunity to be happy with this girls' outcome.
Yep, looks to be a reversal of fortune, because it's tough to come back with 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of a match, especially when you're being outplayed.
Here comes Turner now for Wayzata. And guess who? Kimbrell there to step up and meet her. It will be a throw for Washburn.
Right now, Washburn in no hurry to get that throw-in back into play with a minute and a half to go.
Another one goes out off Wayzata. Kimbrell will take the throw. Trojans will boot it long and try and send numbers up. Broken up and bouncing back. Here's Ryasic. Ryasic trying to turn the corner out to that left side. Stepping to the middle, goes around the D, and then Stoner comes out to smother it. We go down to a minute to play here in the Section 6 title game. At halftime, things look good for Wayzata, but Washburn has dominated the second half, and it looks as though the Millers are going to claim the section title here. Foul call there against Wayzata's call car.
And that should just about wrap it up for the Millers. As you said, they came back in the second half with momentum and drive and desire, and Wayzata just did not respond.
Well, and you give the Millers credit too for finishing. I mean, let's be honest, sometimes you come out and you play better, you play well, you maybe dominate, but you don't score 3 times like they've been able to do.
Exactly. Now, they didn't sit back and watch Wayzata walk away with it. They came back and stood up to him and now own the match with 5 seconds to go.
The Millers fans counting it down, and Washburn is going to head to the state tournament for the 12th time in school history. Quite a night for the Millers, and quite a night there from the middle of that pack. We saw Caitlin Millers has scored all 3 goals tonight for Washburn. So they are going to end Wayzata's season here tonight in this Section 6 title game. Congratulations to the Millers, and best of luck as they head to that 12th state tournament in their history. Congratulations to the Trojans, ranked #1 for part of the year, had a great season.
Yep.
Played a good first half, but just falling short in this second half. So again, it'll be an interesting state tournament, and good luck to Washburn. Well, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's telecast here from Wayzata High School. We'll be following the Wayzata boys into the state tournament on 12 Sports. Your final in this one, Washburn 3, Wayzata 1. Good night from Wayzata High School.